I'm Jeff Gray. I'm the music supervisor and associate producer on the film Icky. I have a repetitive stress injury, a RSI, which is called carpal tunnel syndrome, pretty common. And I started in the music business as a professional musician, playing guitar, writing songs, all the things associated with guitar. And I have a lifestyle of computers, using computers since I was 8, and I ride motorcycles. So at about 2008, I started to notice that I was having pain in my both of my hands, emanating from my wrist and my forearms, and I noticed the symptoms of carpal tunnel, and I knew that this is something I probably had. By 2010, I was playing music on stage and at rehearsals, and I was in extreme amounts of pain. I was basically crying on stage, begging, praying that, the song would be over. I'd get that chance to try and shake my wrist out or what have you. I was having a real hard time playing, and it kind of felt really depressed, and I was down on myself. So I contacted an organization called Music Cares and see if they could find me a doctor or get me some help because it was music related. I saw a physician, a surgeon, who diagnosed it as carpal tunnel ultimately, and performed a carpal tunnel band removal on my left wrist. And about, I would say, I went through some recovery. It was only about 14 days. And then you just start doing what you normally did, slower and easier, try not to break where the stitches were. And about a year later, I would say I was at an 80, 85% place where I had been as a teenager as a player. And I was actually really happy about that because I probably was going down to 60 or 70 when I was suffering from the symptoms. And, it's gotten actually better over the years since then. So I'm pretty happy I had it done, and I'm glad there was an option, and people knew about for musicians. Aside from playing guitar, I got into the music business side of things, and I became a music copyright specialist and a music supervisor. And I had read about Jill. I had read about her book and a movie she had planned after Keith Emerson had died. And I contacted her based on an article I read. And I said, hey, I am a music supervisor and a musician, and I'm also your subject matter of your film. And maybe you could hire me. And she did. I hope you can give a little bit to this Kickstarter fund for the film. We would like to make this done and make everyone aware of, repetitive stress injuries in musicians and what kind of options and things are out there for you so that you can keep playing music.